Shout out to the Phoenix freaking Suns.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Eclipsing
Unexpected.
right now the mark for the best record in the NBA. This is as miraculous as it gets. Phoenix has been the laughing stock of the NBA for the last decade plus.
Yeah,
last year in the bubble they came and they went 8-0 and everyone was like, okay, this team is, they've grown, they're serious. And now you look at Chris Paul, Chris Paul with that team. But what I want to look at is the young core, man, of Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and DeAndre Ayton. And those guys are here to stay. They're young, they're gamers, and I'm excited for the playoffs just so I can see Phoenix play.
Bro, Bridges, I think he's a restricted free agent at the end of the season.
Already?
I don't know if it was this year or if it's next year, but I saw it must be this year because I saw a report saying he can ask for $20 million a year. So contract season, Bridges, it could be.
I don't know. I'd have to look at that. He's so young.
He is so young,
Yeah.
but there was a report about
one
that.
thing I want to say about Bridges is a funny draft story before we end it, but he is from Philly. His mom worked for the Sixers.
Yeah.
And the Sixers actually drafted him 10th overall, and he was hyped. Started making living arrangements, and 10 minutes later, he got traded to Phoenix. When Phoenix was trash, he was upset. Freaking fast forward 3 years, he's like the main guy in transforming this team. Yeah. He's definitely still on a rookie deal. He's young.
He's not a restricted free agent until 2022. So next season.
Yeah. So him, Cam Johnson, and there's another name I'm missing, but also DeAndre Ayton. I love that whole team. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Monty Williams, James Jones, everything about that organization. But
shout out to CP. CP making an MVP case in his 15th, 16th year in the league. He's proven that he can go to teams and turn them around, and he had mentioned bet on yourself. He had mentioned slow grind. So what we've seen from CP the last few years, shout out Freddie and Isaiah Thomas. But what we've seen from CP the last few years, I know before he reached the Thunder and he had played with Houston, he was getting a lot of hate as being a little bit of a dirty player, a little bit of a not a winner, or whatever it may be. But I think he's turned all that around, honestly. Definitely, you can put them up there in the MVP race, especially because they're first in the West, first in the league. I would toss them in there. I don't think I'll give him the edge over Jokic, to be honest.
Definitely not, or even Embiid.
Not over Embiid. Debatable. I think you can debate it. I will put him at number 3 as well. But shout out that team, and that team is making noise.
Absolutely.